This is the first recording since the things I've been busy with, but I wanted to go ahead and talk about something in particular that is quite bothersome and in a way that I can't really comprehend. So for those who may have already saw the video, go ahead and check it out if you haven't. I did mention Mortal Kombat 12. Well, guess what? It's being called Mortal Kombat 1. Because apparently the whole series just had to go for another timeline reset bullshit. I really don't know. I stopped giving a shit about NetherRealm after Mortal Kombat 11. Because while MK9 you could consider to have some pretty shitty stories, the gameplay was at least okay. I know some are going to disagree massively, but I'm going to be honest. I would rather have the tag mode come back from MK9 compared to whatever bullshit that was in Injustice, being completely absent in MKX, and being butt-fuck nowhere in Injustice 2 and Mortal Kombat 11. So what does this grand installment of Mortal Kombat, one of my favorite fighting games next to Tekken and newborn BlazBlue? You have your standard one-on-one, but you also have your assist attacks. Yeah. Remember those anime fighters, particularly Nitro Plus Blasters, where you had a pretty okay size of roster and then you had to pick from two other characters and they basically come out and just do an attack or whatever? Yeah, NetherRealm has taken an idea from a fighting game that people are gonna hate anyway just because it's from Japan. Which is kind of disgusting considering how people tend to view anime now on Twitter. It's actually really stupid. And even other games of the sort that aren't just in Japan, technically, wink, are the PlayStation ports of the Marvel vs. Capcom series, particularly with X-Men vs. Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, and even ironically enough, Marvel vs. Capcom 1, where you just pick your one character and then you push a button or two to have their character come out, and it basically nullifies the entire fucking point of those games where you have tag team action. Now, this really wouldn't be a problem if NetherRealm basically did what Rival Schools did. And remember that game? No, because you only play Street Fighter V and think that Akira is the first character who ever appeared in Street Fighter V. Okay, let's not even talk about that bullshit. While it was still a one-on-one fighting game, you didn't have to worry about two different rosters of characters. You just pick your two characters, and when you complete a round, you switch out the character. That actually would be kind of cool, considering each character has their own lineup of characters, and if you want to stick to your character, you can stick to him or switch out at the end of the round. Now, that would be kind of cool. But no, what does this game do? Being $70 on all platforms, like that's a big fucking revelation. And of course, having already incentive to pre-order and knowing just how wonderful MKX and 11 were with its microtransactions, I can't necessarily say that MK1 might do the same shit. But remember, guys, I'm the one that's being a blatant hater of Capcom because I so much as dared judge the game before it came out. But now, after the honeymoon period of Street Fighter 6 is out, people are actually influencing others to say the game is a piece of shit just because of a couple baby bitch-ass easy mode mechanics that are in the game, and a couple of characters like JP, despite being, let's have a fair fight, but then does shit that no other Street Fighter character has ever done before. Shit on the Mexican jumping being all you want, at least they have a fucking projectile that was also a command grab. Knowing how much people fucking bitched about Android 21, yeah, that should tell you something. And before people say, oh my god, Street Fighter's becoming too anime, except Capcom is a Japanese company, you fucking xenophobic bastards. It's insanely dumb on how people are gonna eat this up, and I just don't really give too much of a shit about this game at all. I even said on Twitter that this is gonna be the first Mortal Kombat game that I'm gonna actually skip, despite having bought near damn all of them, because after the bullshit of Mortal Kombat 11, with characters like Devore practically ruining the story for everyone, She could have been like Kai from Mortal Kombat 4, where at worst he didn't really add anything to the story, but with Devora, it's like, oh, she's been there since the beginning and just practically killing everyone off, including Ed Boon's established favorite character, Scorpion, which is fucking dumb. I guess it's an interesting take in the sense that he's not being completely biased, but there's a thing called putting down your character respectfully, and I don't think what Devora does is anything on the same scale as Joel being killed off in The Last of Us 2. By the way, The Last of Us turns 10 years old the other day, and it's still a piece of shit. Yeah, let's hit the Sony fanboys up in this shit. I want to see just how mad they'll be if they even watch this far. Oh well. Mortal Kombat 1 having this tag mode is just fucking stupid. And I thought that people getting mad at me saying that World Tour wasn't going to add anything much was kind of stupid. But considering that what I've read up as of this late, there might be some more information, but at this point, I just don't give a shit. Having a tag mode in a game where you can't even play as the other half of the characters, it's just fucking dumb. Like, seriously. It is so fucking dumb that a Mortal Kombat game is taking a concept from another fighting game that people don't even remember, and I'm pretty sure that game got just as much as flack too for having a character who can literally shoot the whoops, and yet you can't even play as the fucking bitch. Just the sole fact that Striker might come back, but only as a cameo, he's actually not a bad character, and plus he's actually an interesting character. Maybe not story-wise, but, you know, I've also seen this video where people are smirking like little girls when they see something funny because, oh my god, he's a cop, so let's cancel him. Yeah, okay. At least he's not, like, well, you know, I'm not gonna get into that bullshit. And even people are saying that, oh, there's gonna be a character on the Kameo side that's gonna be meta. You know there's gonna be a fucking busted character on the Kameo side. It's like with Marvel vs. Capcom, where the only viable assists are Psylocke and Colossus. But sure, that game is better, right? No, it's not. In fact, I would actually say that Marvel vs. Capcom, the first one anyway, you have all these great characters, and yet you can't use them, and even in King of Fighters 2000, another one of my favorite games, I know someone's gonna bring up how, if they actually try to make the King of Fighters 2000 as intended, the roster size would be just completely inflated. But fuck it, I'm gonna make the play anyway. Why the fuck can we play as these awesome characters who are just limited to one move and that's it? Striker characters in fighting games just don't work at all, and the fact that NetherRealm is going in this direction is completely stupid. If you have to take the Striker approach, at least make it like Rival Schools if you want to make it a 1v1 mode. Or have something also like Rival Schools where you have cinematic X-ray supers that are combined based on what character you use. Remember how games like Marvel vs. Capcom also did that shit? In the arcade version where if you finish your opponent with a certain move, you get like a combination of moves? That would actually be kind of cool in Mortal Kombat, but no. They're just going to be there to have a certain attack and then just fuck off. And it's kind of retarded in my opinion, because Mortal Kombat is known to have some pretty decent gameplay ideas. And even Mortal Kombat 4 has better gameplay mechanics than what this shiny new game, Mortal Kombat 1, the second timeline, Electric Boogaloo, is going to be incorporating, and it's really gay. Can you imagine if Capcom tried to pull this shit again, or SNK went back to that? People be fucking pissed off, but remember, Mortal Kombat is such a great game, and yet they keep doing shit that nobody likes. Ed Boon even mentioned to not bringing back the Crypt mode, because it went from a visual spectacle to a really shitty first-person mode, and then it turned into a really shitty microtransaction-riddled piece of shit. It's just not even all that fun anymore. Even Mortal Kombat X had the unlock all content from the Crypt, a fucking ripoff, by the way. $20 and for what? You don't even get all the content in the game. Not even the content that you normally have to get by playing online, like the Revenant skins, which is fucking stupid. And even with Mortal Kombat 11, essentially, the Crypt mode being this online-only mode, which is only there to fuel the microtransactions. Who fucking cares the Crypt mode isn't coming back? They'll probably have something just as shitty, and they'll probably use it to push the next Mortal Kombat mobile game, because they always do this shit. Ever since Injustice 1, they have a decent lineup of characters, and then they add them in the mobile game, because mobile games just make more money. It's factually true. But what do I know? I'm just some dude ranting my ass off because I have nothing better to do. And also just the sheer fact that there's already talk of guest characters as well, which I don't think having Omni-Man or whatever the fuck character from DC or whoever the fuck is gonna change my mind. Ever since MK9 and Injustice 1 to a point, characters that aren't even necessarily theirs and then just putting into the game to sell. It's fucking stupid. The first time with Freddy Krueger being in there, it's like, oh shit, a character in there. That's kind of a surprise. And then in Injustice, like, oh shit, it's Scorpion, because, you know, it's Ed Boon's favorite character. Fine, whatever. But then with Mortal Kombat X and Injustice 2, and especially Mortal Kombat 11, they always fucking try to make the game not about Mortal Kombat, and yet it's the more focus point before the fucking game is even out. It's really fucking retarded to have a second timeline reset for Mortal Kombat. Focus on your shitty second timeline reset, and then focus on adding characters if you want to. But remember, guys, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite is a piece of shit because they announced DLC characters before the game is even out. But sure, throw out your hard-earned money for a full-priced fighting game that's gonna have basically no fucking characters, and you have to wait for the character that you do want, and it's if you get it at all. I don't know. I don't have anything else to say about this matter. It's just fucking dumb. And I think the game comes out in September. I'll probably be doing literally anything else besides dealing with Mortal Kombat 1. Maybe at best watching my favorite pro fighting game players get mad at the game. Because I know for a fact that a certain pro fighting game player is also playing Street Fighter 6. It has already rage quit the game. This is Escape Room Plot, and I will see you all next file. Thanks for watching, and take care. Sub-Zero.